Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about, I kind of just grabbed the mic today and I'm gonna let whatever has to flow through. But what's been on my mind lately and for a while now actually is the topic of today's topic of the path, the path to self-discovery and the path to self actualization and self realization, which is like kind of realizing one's true potential, highest potential, or also could be defined as realizing one's true essence, true nature, um, and kind of unveiling this human vessel, this who we are in this lifetime and who we came here to be, quote unquote be, and kind of like our identities. Or we're going to talk about our ego identities and the ego and probably like the mind and just like, yeah, the, the, just ego, the identity, and how to self actualize. um, I'm kind of just relying on my brain, and whatever wants to flow through is going to flow through. And I hope it's the right things, and I hope I can formulate this as best as possible and, just chill and not be too serious. But um, I don't even know how should we dive into this topic. There's so much that could be said, so many points that could be said, and it could be begun. Oh my gosh, my sister's playing video games in the background. Sorry if y'all heard that. And very hostile. Yes. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hopefully, like once I edit this, I can edit voice enhance my voice, and so y'all probably cannot hear that in the background. Anyways, so yeah, self actualization. I guess it's easier if I just talk about my own journey and how I kind of had that oh shit moment of like, oh shit, I'm not who I thought I was since birth, since we've been conditioned to believe that we are, you know. My whole life I've kind of just been viewing life to the kind of like this first person POV when there's like just so many different perspectives, like to view who I am, what I am. Like I'm beyond my body, I'm beyond my vessel, if I'm putting that the right way. Like the moment I self actualize and self realize, it's kind of like I started viewing myself from like third person, from like aerial perspective. Like it's so hard to explain. Like it's just something that you really generally experience. I feel like with so many of these like spiritual, esoteric, topics, like it's something that you just experience. But um I'll just give it a shot, the way of explaining it, how it kind of went for me. Like, I don't know, it was just, I can point it down to like one singular moment. Even though I was questioning a lot of these things prior to that. Like, am I really just a human? Like, so many of us just go through life, just going to school, going to work, going to the gym, going to hang out with friends and just going to sleep and then repeating it the next day, and just kind of like that cycle of just, doing the same thing, like, doing what humans do or what we're conditioned to do, better said, it's kind of just such a cyclical thing, and it's just like it got me questioning, like that's kind of what led me into like this whole spiritual path in a sense. Like, is this all there is to life? Also like my trauma, my pain were kind of like catalysts for me to go and begin this path of higher wisdom, of truth, of self discovery, of, unveiling, my true nature. And yeah, like that's kind of just what led me to all this, what led me to even start this channel and like start posting and start sharing my life. Like that's kind of also something I've been wanting to do since I was younger, just like my whole life. But like the topics and a lot of the things that I express on this channel, are just things that came just recently to me really once I started exploring this journey. It's kind of like something that's always been kind of just destined for me. I don't even know how to put that, but yeah, it's like right place at the right time. Like it all led to here. But anyways, what do we even want to like talk about? Like, yeah, I don't know. I started questioning what led me to self actualizing. It's just I started questioning a lot of things, and I kind of just a lot of things kind of just popped into my life, whether it was through videos that I've watched, through freaking TikToks, things that I read, just, you know, my people in my life who were also going on their own journeys and just weird having crazy weird mystical coincidences and experiences that, it's kind of like you can't really explain through the human intellectual kind of 3D mind. And yeah, it's just I knew there was more to life. It's like I've never been a very religious person. Since I was a kid, I've always questioned, like traditional religion, like Christian, Catholic religions, whatever. I don't know, just those are the religions that came to mind, but just like, things that we're told to believe our whole life, since young, since youth. Um, Nothing ever just stuck with me and appealed to me. It just didn't make sense. I always knew there was more. Like, I questioned why God was a man and like why we live in such a patriarchal society or like gender roles and all these things. I've always just questioned tradition, and I've kind of been around like the more generic like modern day spiritual crap, like just really surface level astrology and stuff like that. But I never dabbled and fully like dove into like spirituality, and I didn't really even know what that meant until again it just takes that catalyst. It took that, at least for me, it took that catalyst in my life where was in so much pain and I was just so traumatized and so like at rock bottom that I had no choice. Like I needed to find that like not safe haven, but like that anchor again, that few I need to find a source of light again. And for me it just naturally came into my life, and that was spirituality. And I hate using the term spirituality because I feel like it's just so misunderstood and so misused these days and just thrown out there, and like with this modern day stuff and like, but it's such an ancient thing. It's older than so many things out here. And yeah, I use that term just because I don't know really any other better term. I mean, higher wisdom, it could be another way to put it. Um, but this is just a more general, like kind of umbrella, well known term. So I'll just use that. It kind of just, yeah. Anyways, it kind of just led me down my own spiritual, jeez, excuse me. It kind of just led me down my own spiritual journey of questioning life. Like I kind of was going a little bit crazy to a certain point. Like I was just questioning everything. Like, why do we do what we do? Why are we programmed since youth to go to school and to learn all of these subjects and topics and be, not even taught the right things that we need to know, like how to, basic human things, like how to do our fucking taxes, how to write a resume, how to do all these things, to go into the real world, right? And also, on top of that, questioning why the fuck we even have taxes, why we have to, even work, why we have to do this, X, Y, and Z. Like, I was just questioning everything. It's kind of like it's like the best way to put it is kind of just like waking up in the matrix. Like, just realizing, like, whoa, I am literally in a rat race. I'm literally like just zombieing my way through life and just, you know, like I'm not really living. I was just so burnt out and I was so tired. And it just got me to start questioning things, questioning, and for me, like the universe kind of just was guiding me all the way through. Again, I feel like this was just meant to be at this point in my life, and I'm so grateful. It was just time for me, I guess, to quote unquote like wake up to my nature and my power, my truth, um, in order to actually do whatever I came here to do and be whoever I came here to be. And it honestly saved my life. I would probably not be here if if things didn't unfold for me in the way that they did. And I'm so forever grateful for that. And I'm still learning so much. And yeah, just, yeah, also with anything I share and anything I talk about, I just want to know that it's just from my own personal experiences, and I don't know it all, and I'm just sharing my truth and my journey really, and what I've been through, and like what has helped me and my struggles, and just my pain, everything, just kind of sharing that in a more poetic, artistic, or just direct way, and in hopes that it helps people. And it makes me happy, and it makes me even like it comforts me just knowing that I can put all these things into something and put it out there, and in hopes that it will help other people and make people feel less alone, and you know anyways. We're talking about egos ego identity, yes. So that's kind of like what led me to self actualizing and kind of like realizing my nature, my true nature, which is even beyond my soul. It's like it's beyond the vessel we were given. Like, I'm not a human. I'm not my background, the family I was born into, the languages I speak. I'm not my name. I'm not, my gender, my sex, whatever. I'm not all these things that I identify with. That beyond that is a soul, and beyond that is a source, Like, it's like there's levels to this, there's levels to reality, there's levels to the veil. And what I perceived as truth and is not really the truth at all. Like, at all. And it's so like, again, it's so difficult to even like explain so many of these things, because a lot of these concepts are so like woo woo, like people like to say, and like out there, that you really have to experience these things and these levels of consciousness, awareness, these mystical experiences on your own to fully grasp them and be able to even fathom them to like the capacity that they should be understood. Um, but this is just kind of the way I'm putting it, the way I can, the best way at this very moment that I can kind of portray and express that. But oh my god. See, I just like go off on these tangents that I forget what I'm talking about, but it's okay, because I'm just letting whatever needs to be said, and whatever needs to flow through me is gonna flow through me. Um, I think I was talking about. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. Um, I was talking about ego identities, and yeah, me not being my identity, and like me not being my ego, that needy voice in your head, those needy thoughts and, urges in your head, in your essence, whatever, your vessel, that aren't really you. And even your mind, those thoughts, you are not your thoughts. You are not these things that you identify with, that you think it's you, but who's the one really thinking, like you you are nothing disguised as something, you are the void disguised as fragments of light, or you're dualistically both. You're both. You're nothing and everything, and it's just like we are the universe playing different roles, different people. We are the universe expressing itself as me, May, Um yeah, we are the universe expressing itself in billions of different ways, from what is it? From this bottle of Topo Chico, which I probably shouldn't even show or mention, but yeah, from this bottle, the universe is literally expressing its way and experiencing what it is like to be this bottle of sparkling water, and this flipping candle to a fucking rock, to a star in space, to the space around the stars, like, from me to you, whoever's watching, like, we are not, we are so much more than what we are born and conditioned into thinking that we are, and that's kind of just part of, they call it the Maya, the illusional world, the belief that everything around us is kind of like simulated, kind of like the matrix theory, but it's like the true reality is beyond what we can visually see. um Not to say that you can't unlock again these levels of consciousness and actually perceive our true reality. Like, a lot of this stuff can be done, whether through meditation, psychedelics, depending on which psychedelics. I don't want to just throw that out there. And you know um I feel like psychedelics can be a little bit of spiritual bypassing and to unlocking these, levels. But I think it takes true spiritual work to really get to those higher levels, because wisdom, one thing I learned from a lot of these philosophical teachings and higher wisdom and knowledge is that knowledge is earned and higher wisdom is earned, consciousness is earned. It's a spiritual path for a reason. It's a spiritual journey for a reason. A lot of these things are earned. They don't just come naturally, and they must be unlocked through spiritual discipline and practices and etc. So, like, an infinite number of ways. All right, guys, we're back. My phone had died, and I forgot where we left off, but that just cues me to ending this video because I've been rambling on for so long. So I'm gonna leave it off with some key takeaways, summary, so to say. Um, so this is on the video of self-actualizing, ego identity, and self-discovery. So yeah, just a recap, like what led, yeah, just to recap, a way to the number one way to self-actualize is just to start questioning reality, start questioning your identity, start questioning yourself, question literally everything. And once you get answers to those questions, question those answers and have more questions and just question everything until things just start clicking for you. Either it's gonna happen naturally, and when it's meant to be, everything always is, it's just in divine timing for everyone, and everybody's on a different journey, a different path. So don't feel pressure to kind of just like go down this whole path of self-discovery, which can turn into a rabbit hole of self-discovery. Anyways, as I was saying, yes, like, things are going to happen as they will, and they're going to unfold as they will. But the number one thing to keep in mind is just to know that you are so much more than the cards you were handed. You are so much more than your vessel, than your identity, than your background, than just anything. Like, you are so much more than what you perceive in the current reality. You know, you are beyond what you perceive. You are so much greater, so much lighter, so much grander. Like, just know that and just believe in that and just have faith and trust that in due timing things will unfold as they should for you, you know. And yeah, like, I don't know what else to say on this. I feel like I'm just gonna end this here because my mind is just feeling like mush. I don't know what else to say, but also there was a change in lighting. I didn't like the backlighting. I don't like the way it makes me look, so I put light, turn on another light at the front. You guys can't see it, but behind the phone. So I hope it looks a little bit better. I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, thanks for watching, and good luck on y'all's journeys of self-discovery and figuring out your true nature, and you know, whatever. I can't speak. All right, bye. Bye.